it. Sure enough. Oh well. Where'd I put my hat? There. Is that gooder? Oh, take these off and then somebody will show up. Told you. Take my glasses off, somebody show up. Howdy, who is yous? Timothy! What's going up over across the big pond? Little Al, howdy, howdy. I don't know if I've seen you before, Little Al. Sounds kind of familiar. It's quiet. Oh, well, it ain't Friday night over or Saturday night over there. What, middle of Sunday, right? About 2 in the morning Sunday morning, or is it Monday morning? Well, it's Saturday night. You see what I'm sitting in. I thought I'd seen that name before, Al. I know, you gonna tell me you're... What up, Big Tiny? 3:10 in the a.m. Ricky, howdy. Back on the mainland. I'm sorry. I'm wondering if Big Al's like, or Little Al is like Big Tiny. Are we opposite of our names? Big Tiny, he just likes oxymorons. That's the only reason he did his Big Tiny. Yeah, I'll pick at you there, buddy boy. Oh. Saddle Tram, what up, buddy boy? Do you have your eye surgery yet? Can you see me? Go back to work? Man, don't use that kind of language on here. We try not to use them 4-letter words. Hey, Grandma Rose sitting at the house with that killer dog. I'll tell her you was yelling at her. That way she'll be mad at you and not me. I hear you. Oh, you did have one eye operated on? How's it? Can you see out of it yet, or are you still bandaged up? Scott, what's up with you, youngin'? What are you and that killer dog doing? Speaking of killer dogs. And he's on that old man nonsense. Well, just relaxing. Huh. Are you at home? Well, appreciate it, Tiny. Well, see, now you can see I really am a good-looking rascal. See, I wasn't telling you no stories. The chick magnet at his best. Wait until you get both eyes fixed, and then you can really focus in. you'll be saying, damn. It's Saturday night and I'm in the truck. I had a breakdown during the week, threw my week all off, and she didn't have anything to get me back home, and I said, what you got? Give me pick. So she told me what she had, and I took choice, and here I sat. I thought that worked out pretty good. What up, Mark? There's a couple of you old LWT hands in here. That's really moonshine in there. It ain't Mountain Dew. Well, yeah, it is Mountain Dew, but not this kind of Mountain Dew. Yeah, right. You didn't lose me. I'm still here. You lucky rascal, you still got me. Y'all come in for tomorrow morning's word. I don't know what it'll be yet, but it ought to be good. If he puts it on me, you need to hear it. All right, Mark, take it easy, buddy. I understand the long week. Been one here too. But I'm boycotting showering due to the water shortage in California. I'm doing my part. You should too. Then the wife will have you sleeping on the couch. Uh-huh. Actually, after my son had passed, and immediately after, we had a family gathering. We had a bonfire, and a bunch of us that was closest to him, we all gathered around telling stories about him, reminiscing. Real good friend of mine gave me a gallon of moonshine. Peach. Good stuff. And somebody else said it came over there. They had a little quart, whatever, of theirs. Whew. Theirs even smelled bad. Everybody was like, no thank you, we'll have some Papa Joe's. Uh-huh. I understand, Tiny. Oh, she'll have you sleeping outside? I hear you, Mark. I guess that old boy just gonna crowd up as close as he can get to Warner. I bet she appreciates that. How far he back up? So I assume he's gonna pull up. Yep, he is. Now, if I had to pull out in the morning, he would have problems. Because I'd be knocking on the door telling them move. But being I ain't got moved till Monday morning, he's good to go. There we go. I'm just sitting here watching the world go by. Oh, that's a song. Never mind. I'm sitting here watching trucks. Been killing time. Watching videos. Doing political stuff. I was either make a political video or go live, so I decided to go live. Had a good redneck dinner. Can of cold pork and beans and some sliced up Spam on crackers. And yes, I like both. That's why I carry them. Every once in a while, I like me some fried Spam. Spam on crackers with a touch of mustard. Yeah, buddy. JJ, what's up? Well, yeah, I don't want to sleep outside the truck. I mean, it's basically Phoenix. I know the weather will be right, but I like that bunk a hell of a lot better. That asphalt gets hard. Especially if you have too much moonshine and fall. You told her you was making jelly, right? See, where I come from, when you buy that kind of sugar, you get it out the back door and nobody knows about it. And the store already knew you was coming for it and ordered it. Damn, there's one more gonna park right beside him. Nope, he's gonna ease on by him. He just slowed down to stare in their truck. I was there too. If I was there, you had 265 pounds of sugar. Because I'm nothing but sweet. Well, that's my story. Grandma told it to me. Alright, y'all want to shoot the bull or what? Don't make this a one-sided story. I'll go back to watching videos. Well, that's why I don't add the sugar. I can't afford to lose any. I tell you what I did hear about Tramp. Stopped in Albuquerque to see my brother yesterday. I parked at that new Love's up there on top of the hill. I'm talking to Grandma, getting out, walking up front to meet him. He called me all kinds of a traffic jam on the highway. He made it in there. We debating on where to go for dinner. He circles around the back streets, go into that old Flying J down there. all kinds of cop cars, SWAT trucks, you name it. A heap of naggles his way in. They didn't stop us. That's what the traffic jam was from. We go into the Denny's. Place is all but empty. Like one, maybe two other customers. We're like, what in the hell's going on here? Oh, there was a shooting on the fuel island. They had us on lockdown for an hour and a half. Like, well, we're here, open back up. I'm hungry. Now, I tried to find something about it on the internet when I went back truck stop. I couldn't find nothing. Might have been too early, I don't know. Did I miss the beginning of that, Alex, or what? I must have missed something there. Well, JJ, it don't happen with truck drivers very often. And as I told my brother and my wife, I don't think it was really the fuel islands, because they was all surrounding the gas pumps. Well, I think it was a gas pump problem, which means it was four-wheelers. And to holler, when will these truck drivers learn to not solve problems with guns, is about like blaming all of us gun owners for all the little spazzos that go around and do this bullshit shooting around the country. Don't put everybody in the same basket. You'll get me lecturing you on here. Anthony, what up? I don't know. They said it was a man and a woman, but it made me wonder if it was a spousal disagreement or something. And that's marriage for you. When will these married people learn to quit resolving their problems with guns? Well, that old boy is circling back around. What you gonna do, rubber duck? Hello, triangle. I don't know, man. Hey, you know that JJ's quiet. I done hurt his feelings. He'll be alright. Or he won't. Or he might. Now they got a big old sign pulling in here giving you rules of parking. And one of them is not to park in undesignated spots. These drivers ain't learned about that either. Jamie, what up? Well, hell yeah, I'm still trucking. Can't afford to do anything else. They won't have me. I'm thinking about going to work for Big Tiny, but he don't want to pay either. Anybody keeping up with politics? What have you heard that I ain't heard? We really got a high turnover rate where I work too. One day you'll get caught by one or the other there, Trimp. Yeah, that's a write-in. There's also a vote for Bernie. I figured it did, JJ. Now put away your tissues and get back in the conversation. You'll be all right. Grilla. I need somebody to pick on. JJ can't handle it. Tiny's over there in his corner crying. So you might be the one. Artie, what's up, brother? Chris, I know I'll pick on you. You better hit that like button. You know you like it when I pick on you. You young smart aleck. Omnitrack's is shutting down. Oh no. Spoken like a true sissy. Bring it, you sissy. That's right. Michael, how are you? Well, first, Michael, welcome to the live stream. Secondly, come in and say howdy and all that. Don't just come in with blasting me with questions. Oh, that's the best of the show when I'm picking on you? I'm afraid you're right. Bernie's actually winning over there on the Democratic side, but the Democrats are going to steal it from him again. That's plain as all get out. Well, howdy, Michael. Obama's not running, Tiny. Oh, why would you want to go with Swift? Swift is not a good choice, man. CRST really ain't either. I mean, Swift if you can't get on nowhere else. Best advice to you, go into my, what do they call it, playlist, and you'll find stuff in there. So you want to be a trucker? Whole bunch of videos on there. Then you also find one, what's the other one, fellers? Where I'm talking to different people on the phone with help from other truckers or something like that. One thing I can guarantee you, Michael, is I tell you the truth. No sugar added, no BS to it. I just lay out the truth, whether folks can handle it or not. This ain't a job out here. This is a lifestyle. This takes a unique type of person to do this job out here. So you need to go check out some videos and whatnot. There's videos in there where I'm telling you what to look for in a company. There's videos where I'm telling you questions to ask a company. And to answer your first question, yes, I'm an old fart. A couple more years and I'll be done. 20 months to be exact. and I'll be done with this nonsense. Maybe less if somebody will hit the dadgum lottery and retire me. It's worth a shot, JJ, but I doubt it. Really, Gorilla? Well, good luck to you, man. If you find any, think of old Papa Joe. Oh, you having internet issues over there? It's early in the morning. Everybody should be in bed. Oh, me? Oh, hell no. I don't work for CRST. Not even a consideration. I don't work for none of them mega companies. To be blunt honest, I'm too big of an asshole. They couldn't handle me. They would not like me. I know how their dispatchers talk to truck drivers and whatnot. I wouldn't tolerate it for a minute. I'd bite their heads off and spit out the earwax. Yeah, but all you gotta do is send him taco money. He'll leave you alone. I'm really not a bad guy, Michael, but I have a low tolerance for some things, and these truck companies and dispatchers disrespecting drivers, which is a very big problem out here. I don't tolerate it for a minute. I never have. My wife, if she was on, she could witness to that. When we first got together 25 years ago, and she heard me line out a couple of dispatchers and threaten to come up and have a personal with them, that was before I found Jesus, or before he found me. I used to not be a very friendly guy at times. Some things never change. Carlos is out having a birthday dinner with his wife. The other day was his birthday. Well, exactly, Gorilla, and that's how a lot of them are. You know? And more than one of them, I've scared the daylights out of them. Show up in that dispatch office and me and you need to go outside and have us chat. No, we don't. Oh, you want to get blood on the floor? Well, you need the couch. Oh, yeah, Grandma saved. My mentor baptized both of us. I used to lasso T-Rex and riding. I know there's a few hills around here that calls me daddy. I'm older than dirt and twice as old as some mountains. But other than that, I'm a baby. Compared to Grandma, she's older than me. The old cougar. Yeah, I'm going to have issues keeping track of the time. I'm not used to changing time zones. I ain't had to do that in a little while. Oh, I ain't going to tell her. She'd get mad at me. Well, Chris, you on call? You down at the firehouse waiting to pee on a fire, put out a fire? Make sure the electric's turned off. I'm down here by Phoenix. Wanted to stop by Flagstaff and see Goat Bob, but I didn't have time for it. I don't know any Weight Watchers that dodge scales. They're all anxious to get on them. I put mine in the corner until when it quit lying, I'd take it out of the corner. Every time I get on it, it lies. Keeps leaning to the left. I'm going to start calling it a Democrat. Leans to the left and lies all the time. Prime. Oh, I thought them was some 8-inch stacks he had stuck up. And just his dunnage. That's a grass burner. He ain't even got any stacks. That's a company I hear ain't too bad. Michael. I tell horror stories about them, but they've changed in the last 15 plus years, from what I hear. You'll make a lot of money off of them in the beginning, but you get trained and get your license. Uh-huh. Is that what it is? Put it on the carpet? Well, now, back in my Marine Corps days, getting put on the carpet was not a good thing. That meant you had to go before the old man that you had done messed up. I have experience in that, so I can verify, validate it wasn't good. He'd see me just start shaking his hand. Bar? Why are you in here now? They're picking on me, sir. Sorry, Tramp. Half the time you don't even know what you said until you done said it. Then you got to scratch your head and see if you can figure out what you said. Been a very aggravating week, so I ain't been on, as y'all noticed. Made a few videos Monday, I guess it was. Got to visit with Grant for a little bit Monday night. We both showed up in the yard at the same time. Well, no, not at the same time, but same night. Overall, he's liking it over here so far. He's had a couple little bumps in the road, but he's new to the company. You're going to have a bump or two when you're new to the company. Uh-huh. I know. I let it slide, Chris. I read it. People going to start calling in on you. Uh-huh. Oh. You mean a dilly gap like that one? I may have heard that expression once or twice in my life. Why? Well, it doesn't matter if he's OTR regional. It don't matter if you're OTR regional or local. You're still going to have hiccups in the road when you start with a company. Until you learn the ropes. Well, he ain't neither one. Huh, that'll make you scratch your head. And no, he ain't local either. None of the above. They're over here. But I did get stopped and visit with my brother a little bit last night. There are more names of truck companies out here. Timothy, you about to get it lined out, dude? What'd you have to do? Wet your finger and hold it out the window? Mountain Freight. I wonder if they're out of Mount Airy. It don't say on the back. Looks like I seen North Kakalaki on it. I've seen 3 trucks that's pulled in over there. He's the 3rd one. For some reason they pull in there and they wind up backing out. He must be out of hours because he set the brakes and turned the lights off. Just that quick. I don't think he even let it come to a stop before he set the brakes. Nope, I sure wouldn't, Chris. Little Joe ain't got time. He took a special minute for you, Tiny. That boy got more stuff going on than you can shake stick at. And it ain't because it was you, Chris. It's because this company's got a strict no rider policy. I'll get fired quick. And I ain't gonna risk my job picking up a hitchhiker. Anymore they do, Chris. Back in the day, back in the early 70s, I hitchhiked all over the country. And I got ride from truckers. But nowadays, no. Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here watching. Ain't nothing to watch, but I'm watching nothing. Yep, unfortunately, there's a lot of that going around. Plane coming in for landing. You know, I guess I was closer into Phoenix. Oh, it was 4 or 5 years ago, I guess. And eastbound traffic was at a stop. Wasn't no traffic coming to speak of. Right before I got off at, what is that, the Blind J back there or something? I'm forgetting now, I'd have to look. And all kinds of cop cars underneath that overpass. One car in the middle, guns drawn, the whole deal. We was going west, so we could still travel, at least for the moment. And found out they'd had a high-speed chase, and that's where it had ended. They wound up having to shoot out with that guy. And while I was running Ford Freight, was I running Ford or PetSmart? I don't remember for sure. Going over, not Mount Eagle, the other one, Jellicoe. Little red car. I'm listening to CB. Cop got on there, asking if anybody had seen this little red car. And they was hollering about him coming up behind us. I told him, I said, we can stop him. We can all the road and the shoulders. There wasn't nowhere to go. Concrete wall over there and a mountainside there. They told him, no, let him go. He went by me and the catalytic converter was so red underneath that thing. I seen him as he went by and that dash was all lit up with red. I told that cop he ain't gonna go much farther. His whole dash is lit up red. And that was back before they was put in the red lighting they do nowadays. Back then red was not good. Sure enough, we got onto the other side of Jellicoe and they had him down there at the bottom. Oh. Well, where you gonna go, Gorilla? All right, Tiny, good night. God bless. Yep. Well, not anymore. There's some that's not on 10. I mean, you got 17 that goes through here. And there's a few mom and pops on the surroundings. You forget, Tramp, you've been out of truck a while. These places have grown. They don't even use horse and wagon out here anymore. Well, 20 people, 19 now, and 9 thumbs up. Bummer. 18 people and 9 thumbs up. Well, there's somebody hitting. You all hit that thumbs up for me. Nah. I ain't by the airport, thank goodness. Oh, goodness. Well, cool. How long you gonna stay out for? What up, Kevin T? Alex, what's up with you? I was just telling you some of the crazy stuff, Alex. Z-Grade, I don't recall seeing you in here before. Welcome to the channel. Come on in and say howdy. And then you can ask questions. This is the Southern channel. We do them silly things like say howdy first and all that. That offends some people, but not where I come from. Well, good luck on buying it. That's right. Y'all come back now, you hear? I guess I must have hurt his feelings, huh? All right, Timothy. Take it easy, man. Apple pie or humble pie? Well, Tramp, you ain't got to cry. Dadgummit, son. Oh, me, oh, my. It looked like a flat top with a air conditioner on top, but it ain't. It is a flat top. but it's a reefer unit next door to him. That looked kind of weird there for a minute. Small chicken wing on top. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that gorilla. You're the one doing the eye drops, dude. Actually, my dad had an eye disease. I don't remember, some big fancy name. But they would literally draw his blood. They extracted something out of it. And they made his eye drops out of his own blood. That was weird. Edmonton, Canada. You ain't making very good progress, buddy boy. You ever stop by Moose Jaw? Couple of fuel stops over there. See, I think it's a Flying J and a Canadian Petro, I think. Flying J and something else up there. About the only thing for a long stretch. The one thing I don't like about Canada, I don't know how often you go up there, but in Canada you can only fuel on one side at a time. You can't run both nozzles like we do down here. That's aggravating as all get out. And it took me a little while to figure that out. I was having issues with it. I'm like, what in the world? I might have used a little more colorful language in that. Another American fueling beside me over there. He said, you ain't been up here much, have you? I said, no. First trip. And he told me what was going on. I said, okay. They don't even trust their truck drivers to fuel their trucks. And if you ever get the chance, run that Canadian 2, I think it is. It runs across the bottom. Hell, it's about the only highway that runs all the way across Canada. And it gets to be 2-lane out west. It's their national highway. And you go through their national forest or national park, whatever. That's pretty cool. I got out there in one section of it, and there's a herd of bighorn sheep all in the highway out there, eating the salt off the highway. I got a few pictures, made a few people mad. It's one of them deals where you just barely creep through them, and they'll get out of the way just enough for you to go. The Canadians was wanting to go. I was wanting to get pictures. Damn tourist. Well, Chris, see, that's your youth, son. Because if it's going blind or doing something weird like that, you do something weird like that to keep your eyesight. Well, that's a good thing, Gorilla. As long as you make sure you keep God in it, and you talk to him, and you have a real relationship and conversation going with him, that's a good thing. Hopefully you'll have some kind of internet. You can join me on Sunday mornings. Zach, what are you doing awake? Let's see, it's 8:04 here, so it must be 9:04 there. A young pup like you ought to be in bed. I can tell you didn't work today. You napped all day, didn't you? And now you're snuggled up to a six-pack. And it ain't the one under your shirt. You sissy. You knew you wasn't coming on here without being called a sissy. Yeah, but you're over, where you at, Georgia? Well, what did you do to the cow? You shouldn't have hit her with your truck. You was giving her mouth to mouth, weren't you? Ah, Virginia. Sometime this summer we'll be coming over to Georgia for a little bit. What up, Paul? Yep, I got the t-shirt that says that too, man. Was she in labor or just down? She ponder? Or do you know? Yeah, bummer. It's hard to pull a calf by hand, man. You ain't got the tools. Saying, unfortunately, she won't even be good to butcher because you don't know what lining it tore up inside of her, which could poison the meat. Oh, bummer. All the way around, that's nothing but a loss for some farmer. Somebody run in the truck stop, give me a cup of ice, would you? No, man, I'm out here in Arizona. What were you gonna do, JJ? Run over with your wheelchair? You don't carry a gun. Well, that's cool, tramp. Now, who told you that? That's the question. So if you got a 98-year-old uncle, that means you should have some cousins. Or maybe some second cousins. But you ain't all alone anyway. Yeah, they're threatening floods around here. Well, them guns in the house ain't gonna do you a damn bit of good with you on the carport and a 300-pound pig coming at you and you in a wheelchair. You gonna play hell getting a gun. You need to start carrying you a lap gun out there, and that way if it comes out, you take care of business. Remember, with a pig, you got two shots. One between the eyes, down low. Not up high, it'll bounce off. Down low, or right behind the ear. That's your only two good kill shots on a pig. Take it from a hillbilly. Now, of course, that also depends on the gun. You want to borrow a 44? Well, no, you live too far away. Go get you a 44 Magnum. You can hit it anywhere in the head, and it'll go splat. Nope. Pig's got a very hard head. Literally, JJ, this ain't no BS story. We used to raise hogs. That's how I know. When we butchered, my dad always carried a 22 pistol on his side. I've got it at home now. We would shoot them with a 22 long rifle, which is literally a rifle, 22 long rifle bullet. I always thought he carried that 22 pistol just to look cool. We had a boar out there. It was time to butcher it. We had already castrated a couple months earlier, and you do that so that you get all that bad taste out of them. My uncle had came over, and he was going to help butcher back in the hills. That's how we do it. You know, family comes over to help family. But my dad emptied that 22. How many did it hold? 2220? I forget, but it held up quite a few bullets. And my dad was shooting him where he's supposed to shoot him. Hillbillies are pretty good shots. And the pig still kept coming at him, and he threw the rifle down and he grabbed that handgun and emptied those into him. And the pig was still coming. My uncle jumped over the fence with a hammer and smacked him in the head with that big old hammer, and his head just shattered. It had so many bullet holes in it. Don't underestimate a pig. They are some mean rascals. They will hurt you bad. That's why I was telling you before in a joking way when you talked about that pig came after Dee and your mama. If that pig's getting mean, it's time to call it sausage. I'm dead ass serious. Pigs are mean. They'll hurt you. There's your Papa Joe lesson of the day. Buckshot ain't gonna do nothing but make a pig mad, dude. Best thing they can do is get somebody to come over, lure that pig up into a trailer with some feed, and have them take to the slaughterhouse. Sister be damned. She can get mad all she wants. And with all them babies running around there, somebody's going to get hurt. I hate to say it, but somebody's going to get hurt. And I hope it ain't one of the babies. One of you adults that's supposed to be taking charge. I'd rather be one of y'all than one of them babies, because they're innocent. They ain't got no control on what pets y'all have. And a 300-pound hog is not a pet. It's breakfast and dinner. That's a fact, Gorilla. You're telling the truth. Uh, what was that movie? Now I can't think the name of it. Goes back to the 30s or something. The era of the movie, not when it was made. The old woman had the barbecue place, and the tax collector came around and disappeared. They sent the FBI guy down there to investigate. Turned out part of them got barbecued and part of them got fed to the pigs. And the pigs don't leave no evidence. What was the name of that movie, Tramp? I know you've seen it. Fried green tomatoes. Thank you, sir. You are correct. All right, Chris. Good night, buddy. Well, that ain't all bad, Kevin. Nope, fried green tomatoes, Tramp. That was a good movie, actually. Well, boys and girls, we've been on over an hour. I think I'm going to get off here and let Grandma flirt with me. Then I'll see about going to bed. Hope to see y'all in the morning. Hope to see some of my blue ranches in the morning. Y'all remember, good Lord loves you, and so do I. Appreciate y'all joining me tonight. Y'all have a good night now.